Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Joyce, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. In the last episode, we were working on a couple of things. So, portable temperature regulator and the thirst quencher. These two items are amazing. They're going to allow us to never have to worry about heat and water again, as long as we keep it filled with water, which relatively soon, we're going to be making the infinite water source, and that is going to basically allow us to completely ignore water production. So those two items were really nice to get last episode, and today we are going to work on getting more of auto sifting kind of taken care of. I have been working off camera. As you see, I've kind of closed up this hole a little bit, and the main way down now is through the ship itself. And we just kind of come over here, and we can just teleport down like so. So I have a nice big area here, and we have the Enderman farm. I'm still not ready to kind of complete that yet. We're going to get auto sifting up and running first. I think what we're going to have is we're going to have power come from like up here and then go from there. So as you might have been able to see, I found another treasure chest, which is why I kind of stopped digging. Right over here, and you can probably see why I stopped. I wanted to do this on camera, so there is TNT here. Now I don't believe this TNT is primed, but there is a good bit of it. There is a pretty good bit of it. So let's make sure we have a way out just in case. And cool. So I want to make sure F7 says everything is nice and lit. Alright, we can just break it. And there is, what was that? Six pieces of TNT. And an empty trap chest. It's evil. But pretty easy to disarm. Just don't open chests until you look at them. So yeah, today we're going to be working on getting whatever we can done with getting the auto sifting moved. So I have one compacting drawer and a bunch of basic drawers, and we're going to need to make more. So yeah, the first thing we're going to want to do, throw sand in there. I've been kind of compressing whatever I can get. And we're going to need to eat. Food is still an issue for us, but not that much of one. I'm going to kind of improve that later, but just get more crops and whatnot. But that'll be something we'll worry about relatively soon, but not that soon. So, alright, let's look at a couple things. So one of the first things I want to do is we're going to want a drawer controller. I don't believe I've made one of those. Doesn't look like it. We're going to need diamond and a couple of pieces of quartz, which should not be too difficult. We have a couple diamonds in here, and we have any quartz lying around? Doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and sift just a little bit of soul sand. Now eventually we're going to make a automatic sieve that's just the normal, so that we can sift soul sand as much as we want. But that will be later. So let's go ahead and make a drawer controller. I don't believe we've made one of those. I hope not, because otherwise this is just a waste of resources. I'm still waiting on getting more diamonds to get the diamond spikes. We need 18, I believe is 2, 4, 6, 9, 18. Yes, 18 diamonds will get us the diamond spike, which is what we're going to use to kill the Enderman. But we'll worry about that later. Let's see, we need 6. I said 6 of these. And we're going to need a bunch of stone, and we should be good to go. So this is going to make us the drawer controller, which if you've never really messed with storage drawers, this will allow us to basically put things into the system without having to worry about like putting conduits on everything. So these guys, stone, and a drawer. Gets us the drawer controller. So with that taken care of, we're going to need more compacting drawers. Let's see, we're going to want, to begin with, we're going to want 9. So that's 18. Do we have enough redstone? We do. Okay. So let's start getting some of this stuff taken care of and see what we can do from there. So we're going to need 18. Pistons. I kind of forgot what I was saying there for a second. Because it takes 2 pistons each to make 1 compacting drawer. And we can make a handful, but not many. Do we have much iron dust over here? We have a bunch of aluminum dust. I don't believe we can use anything but iron. Nope. So let's see. Get a little bit more iron. Now we're not going to be using the smeltery to get all of our metals. We have 3 more. This is 2. And we might have a little bit more in the system, but I think we'll just take this. Alright, so it doesn't matter as long as we have 1. So there is 18. We just need more wood, and we are going to need more cobblestone. So let's grab some of that. And we'll take care of this. So something else that I want to set up relatively soon is an automatic tree farm, which is probably, I don't know where that one's going to go yet. But we'll figure that out. And that will help us basically get more and more stuff. We need more iron. Do we have much more iron in here? We have a little bit that we can deal with. So, unfortunately, iron is probably the biggest thing we're running low on consistently. So, a bunch of powdered stuff in there. Iron ore, gravel. We'll smack that. Do we have any more? We have some of this. So this should get us, we're going to need 9 of these. So yeah, this should be good enough. And then we'll make the compacting drawers. So what we're going to eventually have is a bunch of drawers that will have all of the sifting stuff so that we can start moving all of this stuff down there. Now things like the broken ores will not get sifted, which is fine. That's we want those to go back into the system and be hammered before they're compacted again and all that kind of stuff. We're going to stop using transfer nodes and we're going to start using item conduits because item conduits are much better. But the question is, do we have many item conduits? Do we have any at all, actually? What does the item conduits take? Item conduits require the pulsating iron, so this stuff. So we should have a little bit of it, right? If not, we can make more. But it does require, yet again, more iron. So we're going to get as much iron as we can. And yeah, pulsating iron. It's a 1-to-1. But each one will get us 24 item conduits. So it's not a bad deal. Not in the slightest. So we'll get this stuff taken care of. So we need 9 of these. And we can do 2 alloys. And then I have a couple of things that we can look at. So let's kind of look and see if we have any... I won't have it in there. I don't know that we have any pulsating iron over here. We do. Okay, so we're not going to worry about making any more right now. This should be a pretty simple system. So for the time being, we don't need to worry about it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get 9 more compacting drawers. And that is more than I wanted. Why won't those stack? You... Compacting drawer, huh. I don't know why they don't stack, but oh well. It shouldn't matter. So here's the thing. We're going to want to do some fanciness. So we're going to want some item conduits. We need the conduit binder, which is a little bit of a pain to get. I thought that I had some. But I don't see any. Let's head inside and see if there's any in here. Yeah, I have plenty. Do we have any more item conduits? No. Okay. So that's fine. We will make some item conduits. And there's half a stack. That is more than enough. And now something else we're going to probably want is... advanced item filters are a little expensive. We do have the slice and splice, don't we? Yeah. So that is something we could make. So we'll figure that out later. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to start setting up some of this drawer stuff down below. So what we're going to want is we're going to want to go down here. And I think just right along this wall, kind of center-ish. I don't know what exactly centered is, but it doesn't matter. I don't really care too much. We're going to put down the drawer controller. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to have these guys go up as well. We're just going to light this up a little bit on the wall. Just for now. So what we can do is I'm going to put iron in this guy. So now if we have enough iron, we can get iron blocks out of this, which is really good. That's what we're going to want to do eventually. We can also do similar things with redstone. Glowstone also works. And the nice thing about these compacting drawers is you can take glowstone blocks and convert them back and forth between glowstone and glowstone blocks. So normally you can't do that. You'd have to break it somehow. You can't just craft it. Oh yeah, witches drop that. That's right. Or sag mill, which would maybe not give you enough. Pulverizing would give you all 4, but like you'd have to kind of get lucky sometimes. So with that being said, making a lot of stuff is going to be nice and easy. So let's go ahead and grab all of these guys. And what we can do is just throw all of this stuff into the system. And now the other nice thing, let's actually, so I have 2 different types of tin, which we can very easily kind of convert back and forth. Gold nuggets also work, and pretty much we can get whatever things we want. So I think we're gonna do 10 right here, but as you can see I have 9 tin and now it's in, and then it's all this thermal foundation tin. So gold can go there. We can throw all the blocks of tin in there. Platinum's gonna go at the end. Let's see, nickel and aluminum will go down here. So we'll do nickel here, silver, lead, aluminum. Now these hold 16 stacks each of the blocks, while the basic drawers hold 32 stacks. This is a little bit better because metals are going to give us a lot of, we're going to get a lot of blocks out of it. So now I should be able to just kind of go through. We just have ingots, so we can do this and get rid of all of them. So that is kind of awesome. Now other things we can do is we can put basic drawers. And we're going to do some basic drawers like so. And I believe we can go up 5 pretty easily. I believe we can even do more. Now, this is going to be our main storage for all of our metals and all that kind of stuff, and anything that is sifted. So we're going to want plenty of space to get this going. Now, let's go ahead and start taking some stuff down and working with it. So we're going to want the hammerer, and let's see, things that we're going to want into drawers. What's something we have a lot of? Certus quartz, I don't believe we can make into... No, we cannot turn that into the Certus quartz dust, so we're not going to worry about that. Or the crystals. The crystals we can turn into blocks, though. But we might want to wait on that. Skystone, I know, isn't going to do anything. What else? Spiders. Let's see. Cocoa beans, lapis we can turn into blocks. All of this stuff we can turn into blocks. Gunpowders. Might work. So we'll hold off on that one as well. Coffee seeds, canola seeds. These seeds don't. So we'll take those down. And spores, cactus seeds, and hemp. All this kind of stuff we can just kind of put in drawers, normal drawers. And I'm going to put this guy here, so we only have 4 drawers. So let's decide real quick. One. I think let's use the titanium and dilithium. So 1, 2, 3. What's something else we have a lot of that isn't going to do anything down there? Let's just go for the cocoa beans. Alright, so with that taken care of, we can go ahead and start breaking some of this stuff. Can take this out and break this guy. And we'll deal with that guy soon enough. So, what we're going to want to do is eventually we're going to want multiple compressors, multiple hammers, and all that kind of stuff. So, having multiple of all the different things is going to make basically more power usage, but better. I'm not sure I like the echo down here. But titanium, dilithium, cocoa beans, skystone. Cool. So that clears out that a little bit. So we're going to have a heavy sieve. And we're going to have 3 of these guys. How do I want to do this? So we'll do it like here. And then we're going to have... Okay, I was like, where did my auto hammer go? How do we want to do this? So we can make this... So there's 2 different ways we could do this. We could do this so that it gives us... so that we use filters. Which, the more I think about it, depending on how many zombie heads we have, this isn't bad to do. So for right now, we only really have 2 different things. We have the hammers, and we have the we have a single hammer and a single heavy sieve. So what we'll do is sieves, hammers, and actually let's move everything back 1. And we'll do lines in the ceiling, and then we'll have item conduits like so. And then we can also just run this stuff over everything else. And we don't want this thing to connect. So let's get a little bit of stuff going. And what we can do, we should have enough. Let's see, we should have, yeah, we have 15 zombie heads. Let's get a couple of advanced filters. I don't know that I have any yet. No, so we'll go ahead and make a couple of these. Now, is there any quest that we're missing on this? Doesn't look like it. We need to make another basic capacitor bank, which shouldn't be too bad. I also want to make the auto farm. Maybe doing that today would be a good idea. We're going to want this basic drawer for some stuff. we're going to want, let's get one filter for now, and we'll go from there. So we'll get some sugarcane so that we can make paper. And then let's see, what else are we going to need? Redstone and, let's see, silicon. We have some in here. Just 2 of those. We're going to need some gold and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'll probably end up making another elevator at some point out in the main area, so I don't have to go through my base. But let's take a look at the advanced item filter. So we're going to need 4 redstone for that. And then just 1? Yes. Okay. So we should be able to make this. It should be pretty quick and easy. And once we have 1 item filter, we'll kind of... my plan is to have multiple different, like... I think different compressors are going to be the best option for us. And we'll just filter them so that we know exactly what's going where. So we'll make the solarium. This is easy enough. And then we can just go into this machine. And that will make the Z-Logic controller, which is another thing that's not that bad to do. We can set right here. We need more paper. The blood moons look really cool, by the way. So 1, 2, 3. We'll get this taken care of, and then we're gonna sift sand for as long as possible, because that's the other way around, isn't it? Because we need more iron. Iron is the biggest thing that we're gonna need. So these iron meshes we're gonna take with us, and there's the controller. Let's take this stuff out. What do we want to put in here? Dust. The gravel. We'll put all this stuff in here. Compressed dust. And that stuff. And that. Alright, and then this stuff we'll take with us down below as we grab all the stuff and start moving our base. So kind of the plan is eventually we're going to have a lot of wiring and stuff down underneath, which is going to just allow us to do everything we need to. So I forgot, there's still more that we need to do. So let's see, we'll do this, and this is not going to work that well. We're also going to want right here, and we're going to take our Yeta wrench, disable that connection, because we want a basic drawer right here. Again, disable that connection. And this guy is going to be nothing but iron meshes. So if we have this on insert and this extract always active, it should throw iron meshes in here, no problem. So we just have to keep this filled. So there's something else we can make, by the way. It's called a drawer key. These guys are usually pretty easy. Requires an upgrade template and some gold. So that is definitely very easy. The upgrade templates, by the way, are just made from the drawers with more sticks. So it's just literally a bunch of wood. So let's grab a key. And what this does is it locks the drawers so that you can only place certain things in it. I don't think I already have a key. I hope not. I don't see one. And so there's that. With this guy. And we surround him with sticks. And we get 2 upgrade templates. Now these can also be used for, you can use these to make storage upgrades, which if you make the emeralds, that's the best. And it's luckily we don't have to like upgrade them one at a time. You can make downgrades with flint, so that it holds a single stack of items. You can make void upgrades, which is really good, and there is a creative upgrade, but I don't know if we can make that. Nope. Okay. So, basically what this is going to allow us to do, and the neat thing is you can right click on a single drawer to lock it. So like this is now locked. If I take all of these out, this has nothing in it, but it still has the item, and it can only accept that item. Or you can hit the drawer controller and it will lock everything that it can touch. So both of those are good. There is one last thing we're going to need. We're going to want to move this stuff down a little bit more. So, because we're going to want to have a furnace, because let's look at, what do we want to look at? Let's see, dust. Why not? Let's do ore gravel. No, ore dust. Ore dust is what we're going to encounter more. So ore dust, if we look at what it's used for, we can smelt it into an ingot, we can cook it into an ingot, and anything, and that's it. So we're going to want an alloy smelter here as well. So this guy needs to move, and we'll just put a torch up here for right now. Let's go ahead and break these. We want this stuff off. So that will be the alloy smelter. We'll have one there. We'll want to move this stuff. And we put the auto hammer there. And then the sieve here. And then the basic drawer here that's locked to be only iron meshes. Cool. So that goes there. Cool. That will work. And what we'll do is, let's see, what's going to be the best way to do this? If we put this upgrade in here, there is 10 slots. Well, luckily there is 10 things that we don't have to worry about filtering this. This will only accept things that it will actually fit. So that is good. What we need to do is have this be insert with a filter. And this is only going to allow certain things. And it's going to allow the broken ores. And then this will be extracted. And I'm leaving room for 2 more for later. So we can actually move this all down one and save some conduits. Because we're going to have 3... Actually, no, we are going to have 4. Because nether. But we can use multiple compressors, honestly. So I think we might only have 2 compressors. And then we just need to have a line that goes across. And we're only going to have 1 alloy smelter. So that will work. We're going to have probably 2 or 3 of these guys. And then this actually needs to move and go like here. So this will be one of those, like, this is going to go along this line, and we're going to have 4 of these guys. So that should be good. And then this is where we'll have all of the compressed sand and stuff coming in for these guys. And then we'll filter those probably with the channels because that's a smarter way to do it. So this is going to be meshes, lock it, Insert. This will be extract always active. And what we'll probably do is, instead of doing channels, we'll probably just do normal filters, which are just hoppers. That's a little cheaper. So this is extract always active. This is going to be an insert. This guy is filtered with a whitelist. We'll set up the whitelist as we go. This guy will be extract always active. And then this guy will be extract always active. And we'll also want filters for this guy, these guys as well. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to probably have a fourth one of these if we want to do soul sand as well. Actually, soul sand doesn't drop anything, does it? So what I'm worried about is, okay, so to explain the system a little bit before I kind of start get too much into designing it. What we're gonna have is an input of the different types of materials. So compressed sand, gravel, dust, and then soul sand is probably going to be what we really do. Now we could compress soul sand. Actually, that might not be a bad idea, because if we compress the soul sand, it's slightly worse than just doing one at a time. So it's a 1% chance. We might want to just have a normal sieve for soul sand, which is fine. It doesn't really matter too much. It's just literally going to be another barrel that we'll place somewhere and have soul sand being pumped into it from somewhere else. An automated soul sand farm. So that we can get nether quartz primarily. So what it does is it'll put it into this row, which will be the sifters. We'll have multiple sifters, and they'll do their thing, and then they will extract all their stuff, and it will go into the rest of the system. Anything that needs to be hammered, we'll need a compressor first. But it doesn't really matter, because what's going to happen is these guys are going to have to be filtered. Or will they? If things can go in there, then it will be fine. We'll see. I'll kind of have to experiment, but we're going to want a couple of things. If we end up, I don't know if we're going to end up doing netherrack. Crushed netherrack is useful. I guess it's called nether gravel now. This is useful for getting copper, nickel. Iron is a pretty good chance. Gold, cobalt, ardite, and titanium, which I don't know how much of that we're going to need. Probably, honestly, a decent amount. Or not. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. If we need to do netherrack as well, it's just another sifter, and then we'll have to kind of adjust the stuff. So I think we'll probably want... Wonder, can we... Yeah, anything can go in there. I don't think that would... Can wood be hammered? Wood might actually be able to be hammered. Yeah, into wood pulp, wood chips. So how about sticks? Sticks won't go in there. Planks won't go in there. So only things that can be hammered will go in there. So we probably don't need anything. But any item that can be compressed that's going to be on these filters are going to go in here. And we're going to need... three compressors on this side. So we'll have to have three things, and everything will be good. So then anything else will be put into the furnace to be cooked, and we can set priorities and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to set it up a little bit more as we go, but for right now, we also need power down here. So let's just grab our battery. I will probably start moving the power, and we can also grab, I think I want to do the alloy furnace because that's going to be better. we can go ahead and start grabbing some of the stuff. And what I'll probably end up doing at some point is actually moving the solar panel. So let's go ahead and take this guy. And a good bit of power lines. And we will head over to... There is a lot of husks in that hole. I don't know why they always just go to that one spot and congregate, but they do. So we need alloy smelter right here, and this alloy smelter on top is going to be disabled. This will be an insert. Furnace only. Extract always active. So let's say this priority will be negative, which means basically it will be the last place that it checks. It seems like it's an infinitely long path, and that's the last place it wants to go. So we'll put our capacitor for the time being like right here, just so that we can get power a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and disable the item conduits on there. I don't know why they would connect, but that should power pretty much everything. Everything should have power now. So if we throw in some compressed sand, this should start doing its thing. And what we should see is nothing should go anywhere, because that's kind of the point at this point. I'm going to need to make another compressor, which those were not too bad. It's a little bit of iron. So yeah, as you can see, nothing is going anywhere. But what we can do is, for example, take the crushed iron, and we're going to whitelist that. And now we should see, here in a second, oh, it's not connected. It can't see the other one, so we'll do that. And now we should see crushed iron. And that immediately got taken out, and now we have powdered iron, which is what we're going to want the other compressor for. So I can throw that in. So that works just fine. And since it can be hammered, it's going to go there first. Now if we take some of this powdered iron, it's going to go in there, and then it's going to get smelted up. And then we need to change this to insert, and the iron will go in here. So we have 4 iron ingots in here and a block, but we have a block plus 4. So we can actually make another compressor. And what we're going to end up doing is kind of getting all of these filters set up. I'm going to put the other compressor here, make another advanced item filter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this the dust and then this the sand. So I'm just going to move the item filter up, which I can do that by telling this to be extract, or rather in out. I'll just wait until it's done, basically. But yeah, so I can set up the filter. So gold, for example, is a good one to have, and then gold will go in there. And now gold will start being crushed here. So let's just throw those in there. We'll get some more iron. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. So I'm going to work between episodes just trying to get this a little bit more fleshed out and get plenty more iron. So next time we're going to start looking at, honestly, I think the next thing is going to be doing some more quests, specifically the farming quest, the farming station from Ender.io, so that we can start automating trees a little bit better than the other guy over here. So that is the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!